It was for British Ryan Likes Aliens. Or Ryan George for Ryan living in Baltimore, Maryland. So I got into an argument with my friend in order to put them in resolved it. I severely missed my friend the time from the coronavirus. My Instagram is Ryan George Fair. I share pictures on there of me sometimes. My dad bought me some beers today. And my friend James shared his credits. He does alcohol with me. I don't talk to this guy named Ken Margie very often. They probably noticed my psychosis. There were a lot of people that noticed my psychosis. Um, See, with my situation is there was a girl named Gabby that I had a one night stand with sometime when I was 25, and I'm 30. And Gabby screwed me over. And there was this guy named Jeremy that my friend Ian hung out with that was mean to me. So I don't talk to Ian anymore, not that I really care. But I talked to this boy named Brandon Drexler. And then I have a Ryan George Fair Facebook. And there is a boy named Brandon Jones on there. And then I argue with my dad all the time. But I love my dad because at my mom's house I couldn't even stay there for 10 minutes before I would get thrown out because of abuse. My psychosis that I had on one channel was very embarrassing. I said that people are going to dress up like my situation at anime conventions. Because really, with my life, there are two slander pages out there with my name made about me by this old transvestite woman when I was 17. And I got with my boyfriend sometime when I was 16 years old. And his name is Billy, and there is a guy named Jerry that looks just like him. So what I believe in my schizophrenia is there is a goddess that enjoys being equal to me, that follows me around all the time with a knife and a gun. And I feel that some people can see witchcraft differently than other people, and people can look at that however they want. And some people are like, I want the old Ryan back, but really when my black friend died, and his name was Ryan Jerry, and when I was young I used to collect Beanie Babies. And I would go to bars when I was 21. And when I was 18 I smoked cigarettes and marijuana. But I didn't really smoke much in my teenage years. And then I had a first best friend, his name was Victor Hill. But Victor screwed me over. And then I had a first date with a girl named Shelby, and she photoshopped a picture that says Shelby and Random Match Made in Hell. And I just don't feel as if I'm cared by, even though on one day when I was 13 or 14, I did things with a boy named Brian. I had 5 girlfriends. Alicia, Brooke, Tony, Nadia, and Sabrina. Alicia's YouTube is I Love Ryan Fair. Because see, I've started this account which is Ryan Like Aliens. and I opened it December 2nd, 2020, and I have 12,000 views and 5 subscribers. My first girlfriend was a girl named Alicia, and her YouTube channel is Hello Ryan Fair. And her name is Alicia, and she has an Instagram and a YouTube. And Alicia isn't black, even though Alicia is a black name. But I have done things with mixed girls before, like a girl named Jasmine that was mixed. I was with a second girl named Brooke. A third one named Tanya that was black, a fourth one named Nadia. And then a fifth one named Sabrina that I fingered at my 17th birthday party. That one of my black friends that I sent money to did things with. There were these two slander pages out there with my name, and then my friend whose name was Ryan Cherry. There was into Mario Party that I used to hang out with my friend Mariah. MC Mariah was a thief. She stole from the mall when I was young, and she stole food out of my guy's house. There was this guy, his name was Gary, that is old and fat, that has pimples, that wanted to do things with me and my ex-boyfriend. And I opened up a YouTube channel sometime about 4 or 5 years ago. And I talked about my girlfriend that would cheat on me because she cheated on me with 9 boys. And then there was this woman that made a slander page about me. And I get an injection once a month in the disability office. By a girl with black hair. And my Sim4 username is Ryan Aliendo. And I complain a lot about my life on there. But really, I find my life to be cruel. But I'm okay with my life now. I get along well with my friend James and I have a cool future. I miss my ex-boyfriend that I was with. From the time until I was 16 until I was 20. And his name was Billy Wesley Fouts. But I really don't ever care if I talk to him again because he tortured frogs. And he was a cyberbully person. And see, I plan to use my platform to be an anti-cyberbully person and to promote peace and love. And then there's a friend that I have named John Powell. That makes me think of this guy named John Hawk. And there's a boy that went to Mount Vernon School named Dan Raycon. And there's Damon Artist. That makes music that is in jail for gun charges. But they're two different people. And I told Damon Winning that I have PTSD. And Damon Winning is in jail for gun charges. See, my friends told me that I could have went to jail for a very long time for writing down that I was raped by my ex-boyfriend. Talking about my girlfriend that would cheat on me. That I was one of the most popular boys in the alternative school. And some days I have conversations with this guy named Kelly J. Caudill that I did things with only on one day after my one boyfriend. I don't do drugs, I just drink. And I have some alcohol tonight. A lot of my friends in my alternative school are sent there for bipolar disorder. And see, I didn't want to believe that I was a paranoid schizophrenic person. Because that's not something that people want to believe. And they approved my disability in 3 or 4 weeks. And the Gabby girls screwed me over. The people of coincidence, people aren't an illusion. They're always real. For those who study schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder. The other day my friend James was making eggs and he pulled out a knife. See, what I believe with my schizophrenia is that Hecate stays invisible at first, and then she will play with people like toys around you, or make you into a witch and scare you and give you a difficult life, or do things like that. And I was in a witchcraft coven when I was 25 or 26, and I would go over to this house, and this boy would hold knives to my neck. And once a week, there are 4,000 people that want to know what happened to my ex-boyfriend, whose name was Billy Wesley Founds. And I opened up a YouTube channel and tried to give people answers. And people just dislike my videos. And my therapist told me I could have went to jail for a very long time. There's a boy named Aaron Jarvis that I used to buy weed off of. That stabbed somebody that's in jail for 10 or 15 years. But I wrote down that he raped me. I wrote down that there were rapists in my family. And I wrote down that I interact with this woman whose name is Margie, who calls herself Gigi with a sister named Jeanette when I was 18. I watched a porno movies where the names Gigi and Jeanette were said in it. And they diagnosed me with Rett syndrome sometime when I was 7 or 8. And my dad would play games with me during my psychosis. And when I was 16 or 17, then my dad George did not buy me a car. And he only let my boyfriend come over, and then after that, I would shower a lot. And there was this guy, his name was Michael, that my ex-boyfriend thought was bad news to talk to me. And there's a guy named Corey Legs that knew my ex-boyfriend that didn't like him. And I opened up a YouTube channel with my videos and 5 dislikes. I have child alters. And I watch shows like Barney and Dora the Explorer, even though I'm 30 years old. During one psychosis, I threw up in front of the camera because I started smoking when I was 18 or 19. And the people, coincidence, people have been real ever since I was 17 or 18 and I'm 30. There are about 10 of them. On my Ryan Fair Facebook, there was a girl that I talked to. It looked like this girl that my ex-boyfriend used to harass me on it. And her name was something, but it wasn't Nora or Nora. And then there's my dad George that I love, even though it might not seem like it in other videos that I upload. But he used to punch me in the face when I was 16 or 17. And I had bleeding issues. Only on one day, when I was 13 or 14, I did things with Wayne Bryan. He engaged in anal sex with me. But that was only when I was 14. And then I had one boyfriend who never did things with me like that. And then I did things with Wayne Kelly J. Caldwell one day. After him, there was a YouTube channel, and then 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. And there was this boy, his name was Sam, that had lesbian Jewish moms, and he would make fun of them because they were lesbian. I feared being the victim of some kind of hate crime because I felt like people were homophobic. And I argue with my best friend James a lot. And it's been 3 or 4 years since I talked to my ex-boyfriend. And when I said I really don't ever care if I talk to this guy again. And my most popular video is my ex-boyfriend, because he was a cyberbully, and an animal torturer. And I feel that some people just don't change, but I feel like people can change. Just like I used to do cruel things with him, but I don't do that anymore. I did it because I was sad. I'm 30, and 4 years ago my black friend died from the coronavirus pandemic. And all my videos had 5 dislikes on them. And my friend named Austin noticed my psychosis. And so did my friend James and my dad George. And he told me I would go to jail for a very long time if I don't stop talking about this old transvestite woman that made these slander pages about me when I was a minor. But my first day photoshopped a picture of me that says show me right, match me in hell. And my girlfriend that would cheat on me with 9 boys went to the courts over my videos. See, the first boy that she cheated on me was with a boy named Spencer. And she said it was her friend named Spencer, when that's not true. And then she cheated on me with 9 other boys. And then I told her that my ex-boyfriend was friends with Jeffree Star. So she liked me. And I told her that any minute I can drop over the edge and be exploited. And I told my second threesome named Alex about it, and he made threats to put things about me on his Slander page. And I was like, really, I had a first kiss named Emma, a first girlfriend named Alicia, a second one named Brooke Turks, a third one named Tanya that was black, a fourth one named Nadia that did give me sex because she was Christian, and a fifth one named Sabrina Rochelle that I fingered at my 17th birthday party. And then sometime about 3 years ago, when Alex stole from me. And there was a Jewish boy named Ryan Rosenzweig that made a video making fun of my depressive psychosis. Even though his mom died and my boyfriend I know stole from. And I was friendly to him years ago. And then, like I said, there was a boy named Jeremy that was mean to me. And I don't go outside very often. And then my friend James noticed my psychosis and would send me mean messages. I wrote down that the people of coincidence, people are always real. For some reason, which I don't understand. Which they've been real ever since I was 16 or 17. And people can meet them, even though I'm sitting here making this. So with those who study schizophrenia, or schizoaffective disorder, some people might be Jewish, or Muslim or Christian. With my belief, I believe in a goddess and a god. And when I was 18, I watched porno movies, but I don't do that very often. And then there are neighbors in my apartment complex, and my dad would send me mean messages on Facebook and tell me not to talk about this woman or I'd go to jail. Even though she made fun of a man that had AIDS and harassed this woman that had children. And when my black friend died, I really didn't care if people just liked my videos, because my job was to sell my book. And I don't watch my ex-boyfriend anymore. I'm sad all the time, and I play my Sims 4 and I play games online. And there was a boy that I hung out with named Jay that has pentagrams on his Facebook. And then there was a boy named Jeff that I hung out with who was bad news. Doing all knives to my neck when I would go over to his house. And he taught me that God is this girl with black hair that follows people around, certain people around all the time with weapons, and enjoys being evil to them just because she can. But I want to believe that she's friendly to me. But really, when you get in arguments with your friends, and you've hung around with people who said that they've killed people, and you've already killed people in your family because they're evil, and you could make a girlfriend no matter what you would do, even though you had lots of friends in your school, and your first girlfriend Lisa cheated on you, and then your girlfriend after high school cheated on you, and with ex other boys, and you know the people make fun of you, and you're sad with your life because this girl named Gabby screwed you over with this boy named Brandon, and you're cheated on and stolen from, and your dad would throw you out and come get you later, and you're just tired of his bullshit. Yes, you do play this psychotic game, and the fact that you have schizophrenia and you will draw things to try and maintain a sense of control over your own life, even though I find my own life to be cruel. And then there's a boy named Dan Wrigley that exists, and then there's a Damon Winning boy that's in jail. There is Jasmine and Brandy are real. From a prank call, there is my friend John Pell and John Off. My ex-boyfriend was a boy with black hair and green and brown eyes. And then there's Jared, and then the public defender called me with him and asked if this was my blog. And I got about 500 to 4,000 friend requests. And all my videos had 5 dislikes on them at a time, which isn't what I ever first saw in my life. But really, when you're 13 or 14 and you can't find love with females, and you go to an alternative school, and your friend Victor is with a blonde girl named Rachel, and you're attractive because I feel like I'm attractive, and I'm about 8 inches down there, and I talk to people and you just feel like the people I don't like you. Yes, you go crazy. You go out and buy a camera, and you just see who your true friends are. And people can meet and interact with these people, coincidence people, for those who study schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder. Even though I'm 22 minutes and 25 seconds into this video, and it's 12:02 p.m. And it's August 18, 2022. So I feel it's not a paranoid delusion. That there is a girl with black hair with blonde hair at a certain point that follows me around all the time with weapons. And see, I worked at a Friendly's at the Harvard Mall that I worked at. I worked at a ShopRite store. I worked at a Wee's grocery store, pushing carts. But my schizophrenia went downhill when my friend was shot by the police, when my black friend died, when my friends promised me they would hook me up with girls and they just lied to me. When there are 4,000 to 5,000 people at any given time, the one that would happen to my ex-boyfriend, who think that Jeffree Star, the singer, makeup guy on YouTube isn't anything. But then there's my ex-boyfriend that people obsess over. There was a makeup girl that's name was Levi that drew attention to my psychosis, and people just sat there and disliked my videos. And my ex-boyfriend was a drag queen entertainer, and he has voice humor, and because he could do his own voices, I can do mine. My name is Eva. My name is Keisha. Shut your ass up. So I can do voices. And my real name is Ryan George Fair, but I call myself Ryan Lace Aliens. But my name on here is Ryan George Fair, Ryan living in Mount Maryland. I've had 2 seizures from my trance. I've been in 3 psychoses. And I have severe depression from being locked in closets when I was young. Being abused by my stepdad Tony. My stepbrother was in foster care. My stepbrother would beat me. And people thought I wasn't real some days. And the people of coincidence people are real. So I feel it's not a paranoid delusion. This girl with black hair with a knife and a gun enjoys being evil to me. Ever since I was young, making it to where my first best friend Victor screwed me over, making it to where I went years without sex, making it to where I met child molesters in life. Like my mom's friend that died of heroin that was evil. A stepdad that would talk shit about me to his friends. And really when my black friend died, my stepdad would always talk shit about me. And start traveling with me. A dad that would punch me in the face. A friend that would argue with me and think that I was retarded. And a girlfriend that would cheat on me. A boy named Alex that stole from me. With him and his evil girlfriend Courtney. Seeing ghosts and spirits in my house. Being a paranoid schizophrenic. And see, the Catch Me Outside girl in Dr. Phil only talks about being bipolar. She's not a schizophrenic person with real people coincidences that doctors or psychologists can meet and interact with. That a circle annihilation or talks about her treatment team. She functions well as being bipolar. And see, I'm bipolar and schizophrenic. And people just dislike my videos, which I knew what they would do. Because once a week, people wonder what happened to my ex-boyfriend, they worship him. And I was just like, guess who has all those answers? It's me. I talked to Kelly, J. Caudill, but then I did things with him one day, but not with Brian. Or my ex-boyfriend with Clifford Nance. Because he's a frog torturer and an animal torturer. And they said they would arrest me if I didn't go to court. And see, my girlfriend with blonde hair would cheat on me. Ever since I got with her, she would lie about boys she was with. And then when I was 26 or 27, knives were held to my neck by this guy named Jeff. And I tried to contact this boy named John. She didn't really care about him. And witchcraft, is serious. I feel it's not a paranoid delusion that I have some kind of witchcraft involvement with my experiences with being in a coven, having post-traumatic stress and schizophrenia, being stolen from by this boy named Alex. That was on an episode of Eric King. And really, I was just like, I don't have to answer questions. And then my black friend that stole from me blocked me the other day. And this girl named Kelly didn't like me. And then when I was in my public school, I liked a girl named Cindy. Due to my schizophrenia, I have child alters and I watch party. Enjoy the explore and child shows and I play kid games. Like Happy Aquarium and Sims 4. And I get in arguments with my friends all the time. And my dad would tell me that I have no friends. And only about 11% of people in the United States are real schizophrenics. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I have schizophrenia, Tourette's, autism, OCD, bipolar. And what got my disability pushed through was the 11 people on my Facebook that are real, that exist, that shouldn't, and about the 20 of them that don't like me anymore. The fact that I heard voices told me to hurt my dad, George. And when I would tell my dad that I would hear voices, he would make fun of me. My first girlfriend, Alicia, that cheated on me, getting in arguments with my friends all the time, having to go to court for a peace order, being stolen from, being miserable. Because I went years without sex. Before I got with this, my girlfriend, that would always cheat on me, and this girl with black hair I was with. But in high school, I was with Alicia, Brooke, and Tanya, Nadia, and Sabrina. And only on one day when I was 13 or 14, I did things with a boy. I had one boyfriend that I don't care if I ever talk to again. And a boy named Callie on one day after him. A girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. And I believe in a goddess. That follows me around all the time. With a butcher knife and a gun. And my friend James has sons or kids. And then, I used to talk to a guy named Sean, and now I talk to a boy named David Winnie. And there's a boy named Dan Merkley. Because I have PTSD, because I have schizophrenia, there was a boy, his name was Josh, that noticed my psychosis and said, "You're extremely pathetic, you weren't raped." But see, I went into my ex-boyfriend's house, and I would always look the other way at him because he's a boy. And there was this guy, his name was Gary, that wanted to do things with me, and Gary's a little gross. There was this woman, its name was Vicky, or Marjorie, that made these slander pages about me when I was a minor. And like I said, they told me over my blogs, where I got about 6,000 from 500 friend requests, and black people adding me on Facebook wanting my disability money, like this guy named Sky. And this guy named Levi that acted like he was my friend. And on my videos, I have 5 dislikes on the channel. And it's no way to treat a person that has loved animals ever since they were young, that had friends before they got schizophrenia that was popular. That's no way to live. To deal with 5 dislikes on your YouTube videos, when you're just very straightforward and say you're sad about your black friend that died. You were locked in closets by your stepdad. You were screwed over by a girl named Cabby. You get in arguments with your friends, and your friends say things to you that hurt your feelings. You're cheated on and stolen from. That's no way to treat a person. But see, people on the internet don't care about disabled people that dislike their videos and treat them mean and nasty. And really, I worked at a Friendly's, but they fired me because I couldn't do fast food. I worked pushing carts. And then my black friend died. And I had my virtual psychotic break because my mom was bipolar with psychotic features. And her name is Pam. And my mom was in jail for child endangerment. And so was my stepdad, Tony. And I don't ever plan to see my mom. And I only live with my dad, George, because I have nowhere else to live. Until maybe I get a house limited at all. With money that I would get from disability or a job. And I messaged this boy named Ryan and told him that I was raped 2 years ago. And my grandmother Elizabeth doesn't think that there's anything wrong with my dad George not giving me a car when I was 17 or 18. Instead, she defends it and says, "We didn't deserve to drive and you didn't deserve to see your friends." Even though a lot of them unfriended me because of my evil family. I believe in the paranormal. At one point, I thought I was cursed by witchcraft. But I find it rare that I get in fights, and then my black friend died, and I believe in a goddess. I went to an adult website and I saw a girl with black hair on there, and I feel it's not a paranoid delusion. That this girl with black hair that looks like Amy Lee um, is real for some reason. And this man with a beard. And like I said, I made a video for living my best life, and on one channel I opened up, I got 33 subscribers on it. And I even said because I knew people don't like me. And I had more enemies than friends, that people would just like my videos. But I wrote down that I try to get along with people and I would give the shirt off my back to people. And even use the disability money that the disability office gives me for a girlfriend. Because my friends would say that they would hook me with girls and they never would. There was a Jewish boy that made fun of me. And there was this girl whose name was Morgan that liked my ex-boyfriend. And I had to go to court for a piece of her. And there was this guy, his name was Levi, that had blonde and pink hair. I said he could have my ex-boyfriend put in jail, he was just lying to me. And so you could have a book made about my life and have my book put and made into a book and movie. And then my first best friend Beatrice screwed me over. But now my new best friend is a boy named James. And my friend James did things with teachers. But I could never find love with females. Instead, I would lie my whole life. And I'm not gonna tell lies. But I would lie to people and say that I would have sex with females. When really I was with my boyfriend with scoliosis. That I was with from the time until I was 16. Until I was 20 or 21. And my camera says 39 on 40, and it says it is 10:19 p.m. here. I get an injection once a month in the disability office. And it's rare that I talk to my friends. They always leave me on scene. My friend Wesley doesn't talk to me anymore. And then there was a boy that I talked to named Brandon. And my new best friend is a boy named James. And it's been 3 or 4 years since I talked to my ex-boyfriend. I messaged this woman with black hair named Yvonne that knew my ex-boyfriend, but he's not gonna talk to me. Looked at her like these torture frogs and was a cyberbully. My life is playing my Sims 4. Living under my dad George's roof until he dies. Not visiting my mom because they're evil people. And anybody that lives in Maryland, they watch as this can look up Tony Mitchell Willie. And see that it's about 17 pages long with my stepdad's name. And his name is Tony Mitchell Willie. I had to go to court for a peace order. And see, even though my girlfriend cheated on me, I missed talking to her. But she got a peace order on me. So I'm getting along with my friend James tonight. I'm drinking my alcohol. I made a video for living my best life. I miss my ex-boyfriend. About 11 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. Sometimes I talk to Kelly J. Caudell. That has a YouTube channel and I wanted to make like music by him.
Can't fuck with it.
Um, and this is going on 45 minutes. I'm going to upload this. On my Ryan George Fairbairn Living in Bel Air, Maryland channel. My camera says 45 minutes, and 19 seconds. And it says it is 10:25:27 p.m. On August 18, 2022. So much love and peace for everybody out there in YouTube.